Okay, group, this is our unit review, page 23. We're going to do questions numbers 10 and 11. So here we have a histogram that represents the scores from the last Algebra 1 test, and we want to know how many students took the test. So if you look at our frequency, that's the number of students that scored at each. So we're going to just record those above each line here, and then we can add those together. So we get a total of 15 students. Okay, and let's go ahead and describe the shape of our data set. So if you look here, this is definitely left skewed because of this tail right here. It says how many students earn a grade of 85 to 92%. So 85 looks like is right here. 85 to 92 would be here. So that is 4 students. It says how many students scored between 78 and 85. So 78 would be here, and 85 would be here, so that's a total of 3 students. Okay, number 11. The list below indicates the highway miles per gallon for 22 different 2006 Honda vehicle models. So here we have our data set, and we want to make sure that this is in order. And it does look like this has been put in order for us, so we don't need to rewrite that. We're going to go ahead and do our 5-number summary, and then we're going to explain some things as we go ahead and do that in context of the problem, knowing that these are Honda vehicles and such. So our minimum is our lowest number, which is 21. And that means the lowest miles per gallon a Honda vehicle has is 21 miles per gallon. Okay, let's bump to our max. Our max is 66. And that means the largest miles per gallon is 66 miles per gallon. Okay, we're going to go ahead and calculate our quartile 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make sure I'm counting right. Yep, there's our 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so right here, looks like we have to find the center of those two, which would be 27.5 is halfway in between. So that's our quartile 2. And that means that 50% of the Honda vehicles get 27.5 miles per gallon or less. Okay, next is our quartile 1. So it should be 25. Did I count right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, should be 25. And that means that 25% of Honda vehicles get 25 miles per gallon or less. And then quartile 3. Oops, I guess I should go this way. So 34 is my quartile 3, and that means 75% of the Honda vehicles get 34 miles per gallon or less. So to find our interquartile range here, or IQR, we're going to take Q3 minus Q1. Okay, and so that would get us 9. So our IQR is 9. To find our lower boundary, we're going to do our quartile 1 minus 1.5 times our IQR. And so we get 11.5. And so we want to see, is there a number in our data set that is lower than 11.5? There's not. So no, we do not have a lower outlier. We're going to go ahead and do our quartile 3. Our upper boundary, which uses quartile 3. We get 47.5. We do not have, Okay, we do actually. We do have numbers that are bigger than 47.5. So if you look at these last three, all three of those are bigger than 47.5. So we would say yes, and our bigger numbers are 51, 56, and 66. So those are our outliers, our upper boundary outliers. Okay, so it says use the 5-number summary and the information about your outliers that you calculated above to build your box plot. Okay, so to do this, let's first place our outliers using those stars. So 51 is going to be an outlier, 56 is an outlier, and 66 is an outlier. Okay, so we know that to place the outside lines, we need our minimum and maximum. So our minimum is 21. So we're going to put our first line there. Our maximum was 66. However, we now need to go in because we have these outliers. So we're going to go ahead and use 40 as our new maximum. Okay, and then our quartile 1 is going to be the first part of our box, which is 25. Quartile 2 is 27.5. Quartile 3 is 34. So that forms our box. And our whiskers. Okay. And we have one question left. The shape of our box is going to be right skewed because our bigger section of our box is on the right hand side.